Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. It is finally time for NFL Week 1 and I'm here to give you my picks and predictions for Week 1 of the 2019 NFL season. This is coming to you on a Tuesday, but I'll be here every Wednesday after this week to give you my picks and predictions. But man, I was just so eager. I wanted to get it out there. Let's go ahead and do it. 16 games, a full slate. Oh boy, have we missed our football until half of our teams lose this week. Alright, so here we go. We start with the Thursday night football game, the opener. We have the 100th year anniversary for the NFL, and we're doing it with the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Now, there is definitely a chance in this game that Aaron Rodgers comes out ready to go, ready to prove the doubters wrong, ready to prove that last year was a facade, that the Packers are on the way back. And they added a lot to their defense this past offseason, and their weapons offensively will definitely mature from last season to this season. However, I think the Packers last season just really showed their championship window was definitely ended, and they still have quite a bit of rebuilding to do, and they definitely made some steps to get there, but I don't think they've caught up to the Chicago Bears quite yet. And this game is in Chicago. I expect Matt Nagy to come out with a great game plan to attack this Packers defense and their weak and young secondary. Give me the Chicago Bears to win this game. We move on to the Sunday game. We have the LA Rams at the Carolina Panthers, and look, there's a great chance that Carolina does what they do. They bring you in September, bring you into the Carolina heat and upset you. However, these are the LA Rams, who have shown they have an ability to go on the road and win tough games. I do think they'll take a slight step back this season and probably not reach the Super Bowl again, but I'm not going to bet against Sean Payton, Jared Goff, and this LA Rams offense consistently. And the Panthers offense, they definitely had their struggles in the preseason, albeit the preseason. I don't think that they're ready to go right now and beat the LA Rams. So give me the Rams to go win in Carolina. We look at the next game. We have the Tennessee Titans at the Cleveland Browns. And sorry, Titans fans, I really want to pick us to win this game, and I hope that we come out and we show an offense that we did not quite see in the preseason. And look, with Derrick Henry back in the lineup, maybe that's the case with A.J. Brown running more routes consistently, with Mariota actually getting a lot of sample size. Maybe things are different, and maybe the Titans offense is really ready to go. But the offensive line right now, it's not looking great with Taylor Lewan not being at left tackle, with Kevin Pamphile struggling at right guard, and Ben Jones continuing to have his struggles at the center position. And even Roger Saffold, the guy we brought in for $11 million per year, he is having his struggles. And now you have to go up against this Browns defensive line with Myles Garrett, Sheldon Richardson, Larry Ogunjobi, and Olivier Vernon. I can't justify picking right now the Titans to go to Cleveland and beat that defensive line with the offensive line that they have right now. I have to go with the Cleveland Browns to win this game. And look, offensively also, Baker Mayfield will definitely make his plays, and he might be better than Marcus Mariota right now. So I got to go with the Cleveland Browns to win this game at home. Look at the next game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm not that high on the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. I'm not that high on Nick Foles. However, this is a beautiful opportunity to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs came out the past number of years now very hot, right? Very ready to go in the season. I think we're going to see something a little bit different. Them struggle a little bit. Damian Williams, who played well at the end of last year, struggle a little bit now that teams are going to be more prepared for him, more prepared for this Chiefs offense. This Chiefs offensive line, not great. This Jaguars defense right now with Josh Allen, the young rookie Josh Allen, flying all over the place, and the Jaguars defense confidence is sky high. They quit at the end of last season. Now they're ready to go. They're great at the beginning of the season. They beat the New England Patriots last season at the beginning of the season, right? They're ready to go right now, and I think they're going to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to get it done against the Kansas City Chiefs in this one. We look at the next game. We have the Baltimore Ravens at the Miami Dolphins, and I expect a very similar game to when the Baltimore Ravens faced an AFC East team last year in Week 1 in the Buffalo Bills. That game was 47-3. Now, I don't think it's going to be that bad because at least this game is in Miami. But as you guys know, I think Miami stinks, and even they know that they stink. That's why they traded Laramie Tunsil. That's why they traded also Kenny Stills, two guys that are good players, not great players, but good players that they need right now, actually. And two of their really best offensive players are best offensive linemen, and to me, their best wide receiver. So you're looking at this team right now. I don't know how you have any faith in the Dolphins. I think the Ravens are going to go down there, shut them down, put up points, run the football, have success, and we'll have another Baltimore Ravens blowout in week 1. Give me the Ravens to win this one. We look at the Atlanta Falcons at the Minnesota Vikings, and this is a toss-up. I mean, I like the Vikings this year, but I like the Falcons as well. One thing that does concern me, maybe Julio Jones is going to miss this game, but I don't think so. I think push come to shove, they're going to re-sign Julio Jones. We know Julio Jones, okay, no chance the Falcons win this one. But, the Vikings have been, known under Kirk Cousins to not live up to expectations, so that does concern me as well. But they're at home, it's week 1, let's just play a little safe here and go with the Vikings to win this game at home. But to me, it's an absolute toss-up. Next game, we have the Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets, and here we go, another toss-up. These two teams absolutely will split to me this season. I don't think there's a doubt about it. I don't think the Jets can win in Buffalo, but I do think they can win in New York, especially right now in this time of year before the Bills defense becomes really strong as the temperature gets colder and colder, as the year goes on. So for right now, and I think it is a toss-up, but I do have the Jets winning this game because they're at home. These are divisional opponents. They'll probably split, so give me the Jets at home. We have the Washington Redskins at the Philadelphia Eagles. Easy one to me. Give me the Eagles. Y'all know I'm in love with the Eagles this season. I've been going 12-4. I have Carson Wentz returning to MVP caliber play, and I think the Redskins stink. Okay, and I know their defense is very strong. Your offense stinks. Your wide receivers are god-awful. Your running back and Darius Geis is unproven. Your offensive line without Trent Williams might be the worst in the league. And your quarterback situation may also be the worst in the league until Dwayne Haskins proves anything. And we already saw last year, Case Keenum has no problem going 5-11 or 6-10. And that was with a better wide receiver core and better offensive line. So go ahead and give me the Eagles to win this game easily. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts at the LA Chargers, and this would have been a very fascinating game if Andrew Luck was out there. I had the Colts winning this game with Andrew Luck out there, but now you have Jacoby Brissett, who again to me will still compete here, but he'll never be good enough to beat these good teams with these good quarterbacks. He won't be able to outproduce them consistently, so give me the Chargers to win this game at home. Next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Seattle Seahawks, and this is definitely a game for the Seattle Seahawks. The Bengals right now, they're not going to have their first-round pick, Jonah Williams, for a while. They're not going to have A.J. Green for a while. And yes, we still like Tyler Boyd and what we've been getting from him, but that's about it. I mean, Josh Malone has talent. John Ross has been on the edge of the roster. Can the offense move the ball consistently in Seattle? I doubt it. The good thing is it's not cold yet in Seattle, but Seattle's pretty much ready to go right now. Their wide receivers are still a little bit shaky, but at least they're healthy right now. And Tyler Lockett will move the ball consistently on you, and this running game certainly will. The Bengals defense stunk last year. I expect more of the same. So go ahead and give me the Seahawks to win this game pretty easily in Seattle. Look at the next game. You have the Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals. And look, man, I'll say it again. I have the Detroit Lions winning the NFC North. I'm a big fan of this offense right now, and I think we'll start to see pieces of that. And this defensive line is going to shred Kyler Murray. We already saw the Raiders go to Arizona and shred the Cardinals in the preseason, yes, but the Cardinals were trying out Kyler Murray, and they wanted to look good. They did not want to look like a disaster, and they still look like a disaster. They're not ready to go right now. The Lions are much more ready to go. Give the Lions to go to Arizona and win this one. Next game, we have the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys, and I think the Giants are going to be, mediocre this year, like 6-10, 7-9. I think this is going to be a game they compete more than some people think. But I do think the Dallas Cowboys are a true, legitimate Super Bowl contender. I haven't made my Super Bowl pick yet. That's going to come tomorrow. But they might be in there and they might be winning it. Be careful. So I definitely have them beating the New York Giants at home in Dallas here. But expect a good Dallas Cowboys-New York Giants matchup. Something that we're accustomed to in week 1 for too long. Can we please just change this up? I'm tired of this week 1 tradition. I'm tired of it. Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, Vegas believes that this is a pick'em, and Vegas is nuts. Look, I wanted to buy into the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles coming in, and then all of a sudden in the preseason, Jameis Winston's getting sacked 5 times in the first half. They're not ready. It ain't working in Tampa Bay. The running backs still stink. The offensive line is still mediocre at best, and the quarterback is still inconsistent. The defense stinks. Now they have some pieces, but now Jordan McCoy is gone. I can't trust the secondary right now. There's a bunch of young players that might improve, but I can't trust it right now. And this 49er offense is always ready to go. Now, as long as Jimmy Garoppolo can complete a pass, which he's had problems doing in practice, as long as he can do that, I don't think this game is going to be even close. I like the 49ers much more than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, even in Tampa Bay. Next game, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the New England Patriots. And I kind of wanted to pick upset here, but I can't justify it. The Steelers can't beat the Patriots, especially in Foxborough. This is something that we've seen historically, and I really wanted to find another upset, and I thought this could have been it, but no, I don't think there's an upset here. I do think it'll be closer than maybe some people think, but they just can't get it done in Foxborough. Why is that going to change now? I got to go with the Patriots, unless if Brady falls off of that cliff. We can keep our eyes on you. We move on to the Monday games. We have the Houston Texans at the New Orleans Saints, and I think the Texans are being disrespected in Vegas right now. They're plus 7-point underdogs against this New Orleans Saints team. I think we have a shootout here, a shootout that the Texans can very well win. The Saints take a while to get going in the season. Remember last year they lost week 1 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 48-40, and that was a worse Bucs team than we're going to see here in the Houston Texans, who have had a horrible week. Trading away Jadeveon Clowney, 2 first-round picks, that's a bad week to me. I mean, I know you got Tunsil and Kenny Stills, but that's a bad week to me. I think the Texans will compete here, but I just can't pick them to go on the road and beat New Orleans. I can't go that far. I think eventually the Saints will be able to get to Deshaun Watson, sack him, in a critical drive and win the game. But this will be a shootout, and this will be a close game. And then we move on to the final Monday Night Football game. We have the Denver Broncos at the Oakland Raiders. Now, I don't care for either one of these teams. I think they're both going to be 5, 6, 7-win teams at best. 7-win teams. So I don't really care. Right now, though, the Raiders, we just have to wait and see how their rookies do, how the rookies perform, how the rookies improve. Josh Jacobs, Clelin Ferrell, and Jonathan Abram. This is their first game in the NFL. I don't think you can rely that much on your rookies in order to lead you all the way. And I know you still have more than those rookies, don't get me wrong, but they're going to be a big part of your team this year. And then you also consider the fact that the Derek Carr and Antonio Brown relationship, first of all, they barely even practice in training camp. Second of all, yeah, they're going to get the rapport going in terms of regular season. And if you think you're just going to throw the ball up there when Chris Harris is in coverage, good luck with that. You're going to have problems there. Even as Chris Harris gets older, he's going to be able to eat if you just throw the ball up there to Antonio Brown. So I think they get too many turnovers. I think Von Miller and Bradley Chubb force Derek Carr to some turnovers, and the Broncos win this game in Oakland. But I do believe the Raiders will return the favor actually later on in the season when those rookies develop. So with that, we move on to my guarantees of the week. These are my betting picks of the week, and I normally go with 5 locks of the week. But this year, I just couldn't help myself. I have 7, as Kanye West would say. I just think there's a lot of good lines that I want to take advantage of this week. And again, last year I was 58% with these, so go ahead and put your money down. You're going to make some money this season. We begin with the Baltimore Ravens -7. I love them. I know when the Ravens defense gets going, they're able to score points, score touchdowns, force turnovers, and I wish that Terrell Suggs was there, in order to help out with that, but I think they can still do that. They have a strong safety position right now and even more defensively. So I think they're able to cover this -7. The Dolphins stink. But speaking of this game, Baltimore and Miami over-under right now is 37.5. Now I think the Dolphins are going to struggle to score points. Okay, I really do believe that. However, I think they can give me at least 14, 13, maybe even 10. But I think the Ravens, especially with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, and he's going to throw a pick 6 or 2, help inflate this total. I think the Ravens are going to score over 30 points. I think they can run all day over the Miami Dolphins, and hopefully they don't run so much till the game's over before we even notice it, because the clock keeps winding down, and down. But 37.5, man, that's too low. I think that's too low, especially when one of these teams is going to score, to me, over 30. I really do believe that. I think the Dolphins stink that much. All right, we move on, though. 49ers a pick'em against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is nonsense. Look, I know the 49ers have struggles in the secondary, but the Bucs have struggles everywhere. I mean, I just don't see the 49ers losing to the Bucs this week. I don't see it at all. I think the 49ers should be favored by 4 points at least. So go ahead and give me the 49ers pick 'em. And if you're going to bet anything, you want to bet more money on something, bet a lot on that, because I'm really all in on that. LA Rams -3. So yes, another road team, but I just think the Rams are beating the Panthers this week. I just believe that very strongly. The Panthers, they just don't look ready to go yet. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I said that earlier, but they don't look ready to go yet. I just think the Rams beat them. I just think that, they've proven that they're able to win games consistently at this point in this league. I think they just go down to Carolina and beat them. So -3, I'm willing to eat those points. Same goes to the Lions, -2.5. I think they just go beat Arizona. So -2.5, that's fine. I'll take that. I know it's another road team, but I just have faith in that. I absolutely have faith in that. We have Pittsburgh at New England under 51. I don't know why it's so high. These teams are not going to score many points to me. We just saw last season, although it was in December and it's much colder, 17-10 between these two teams. Now there's no Antonio Brown, right? The Steelers are still getting acclimated to having James Washington high in the lineup. Their rookie wide receiver, I can't remember his name right now, who they drafted in the second or third round. And James Conner, I don't think the Steelers are going to score many points here. And the Patriots, they don't do very strongly early in the season. We all understand that. We've seen that, historically, recently. So I don't think they score many points, but I really don't think the Steelers do. I mean, I really don't think the Steelers score more than 17 points. I really don't think so. So I got this under 51. And then finally, I got the Texans +7, man. I think it's a shootout. The one thing that concerns me is the Saints were able to blow out some teams at home last year, like the Philadelphia Eagles. They beat like 41-7. They even beat like the LA Rams by 10 points. Like they usually cover at home. But they didn't cover against the Bucs week 1, and they didn't cover against the Browns week 2 at home last year. So I think, again, they are a little slow to start out the year, and I think the Texans are going to score a lot of points on them and be able to make this +7. So there you go. Those are my NFL week 1 picks and predictions. What are yours? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.